What's going on, everyone? So the Los Angeles Lakers are having themselves quite the offseason, right? Got a dude Thero, which, again, don't sleep on a dude Thero. I think he's a guy that has already NBA level defense. It's just the offense, the shooting, but he has hyper athleticism. Like, the guy is a more athletic Jared Vanderbilt. Like, I think he's a guy that could have an impact immediately. But beyond him, DeAndre Ayton, I mean, we might have found our franchise center for the next, 6 to 8 years. You also bring in Marcus Smart, which I want to talk about here in a moment, which I think solves a lot of the Lakers' issues as far as point of attack defense, versatility. I mean, you can make an argument starting them alongside Luka Doncic. I think they should. I just don't think the Lakers actually will. And then bring in Jake LaRavia. Do not sleep on Jake LaRavia. I'm going to keep saying this. I know there's probably a lot of people like, okay, we'll see. I'm telling you, people are going to be very impressed with Jake LaRavia. He already was a B-rated defender who, when they asked him, what's the one thing you worked on? What's the one area you think you're best in now from, working on the offseason? He said defense. He's improved his defense. It's good. Most guys are like, oh, I know how to shoot better, or I've been working on this or that. No, he's like, my defense. Right? And he already was a guy that was averaging 18 a game with Sacramento. So Lakers have had themselves quite the offseason. But they also lost Dorian Finney Smith. Right? And I know people look at the box scores or, the scoring and are like, he wasn't that great. We don't need him. No, he did a lot for this team. Like I even said when he went to Houston, right? Yeah, we got DeAndre Ayton and Jake LaRavia. You do that all day, including Sunday, right? Like that's a no-brainer at all whatsoever. Right? If you, and it's not even about who you think is better or more impactful, whatever. It's just, again, Ayton alone, like even if it was just Dorian Finney Smith or DeAndre Ayton, you take DeAndre Ayton because he's just a bigger need. You have other guys that can play the wing, right? Even if it's not ideal, even if it's not as good as, a Dorian Finney Smith, you don't have anybody that can play the center spot, right? At that time in which we got him, right? So it's like, yeah, it's a no-brainer. But I think the acquisition of Marcus Smart is the move, right? Because Jake LaRavia, he might be fantastic, but he might be better than Dorian Finney Smith as far as like impact, scoring, all that stuff, right? Like that you might see. I'm not saying he will. I'm saying he might be, right? However, the reason Dorian Finney Smith was so good, it was everything else that doesn't show up in the box score. Jake LaRavia is not going to impact the game. Like Jake LaRavia might score more points, might end up having, same defensive rating, maybe even a better defensive rating, right? He might look and go, oh, he's a better two-way player. Sure. But it's Dorian Finney-Smith's experience. It's the dirty work, the intangibles, his versatility to defend 1 through 5. It's him, there's a reason he was our highest plus-minus guy every night. Regular season, playoffs, all of it. Because he does so much for teams. Right? Like, yeah, he might, when he gives us 14, it's awesome. But you're not looking for him for that. You're looking for him to be that guy to come in, defend 1 through 5, create advantage plays, do little nuanced, dirty work moves and stuff like that, make winning plays that affect game after game after game. It's why he was so impactful for the Lakers without. But, most people, they look at the box score. They just look at the basics and they're like, he's not that great. Marcus Smart, I think that is our Dorian Finney-Smith replacement. Obviously, he doesn't have the size and, the versatility defensively that Dorian Finney-Smith has, right? Like Marcus Smart can't defend 1 through 5. He can defend 1 through 3, on occasion, 4s, depending on the 4, because he does have that 6'9" wingspan, but really 1 through 3. Where Dorian Finney-Smith genuinely could defend 1 through 5 and do it successfully. But Marcus Smart is a guy just like Dorian Finney-Smith that's going to give you all of the intangibles that Doe ended up giving you. He's going to give you the rebounding, the dirty work, the hustle plays, the grit, the toughness, the attitude, right? You need that. Like Marcus Smart, he's a guy you don't want to meet in a bar fight. You're getting ready to get in that squabble. You do not want him standing in front of you. But if he's behind you, man, you're confident. You're like, man, I'll fight all 3 of you, right? Like everything changes. You're like, man, I got Marcus Smart. Like he just brings that toughness that this team needs. He's that dog, right? Like he's a guy that just gets after it. He's not afraid of nothing. I love that. Lakers need that. And that's one of the things that Dorian Finney Smith brought. He's a guy that he's a dog. He's out there, he's doing the dirty work, making the hustle plays, impacting the game in so many facets of the game. Well, you bring in a guy like Marcus Smart, he's going to do a lot of the same things. The only knock with Marcus Smart is just the health, right? Can he stay healthy? But also context matters in that regard, right? Because one, he had that illness. Two, he ended up having that, I think it was the finger issue. Was that an outlier or was that a norm? Is that kind of the new norm? Right? I think it's more of an outlier. But we'll see. Time will tell. If he can, he's probably not going to play all 82 games. Those days are long gone. But can he be a guy that plays even 65 games, right? That's the kind of the league standard. Okay, perfect. Give me at least the league standard. Great. He's a guy that's he's going to give you the winning plays. He's a guy that you're going to win games you might have not have won otherwise by Marcus Smart. And unless you watch the games and are really paying attention to those things, you'll probably never even notice. There's a lot of guys like Alex Caruso. You look at Alex Caruso, right? And this isn't to compare, it's just, again, Alex Caruso. Why is Alex Caruso so important? Because of the things that he does. You look at his stat line, he's like a 5-2-1 guy or 5-2-2 guy, right? He's not a guy that if you're looking at stat wise, is really jumping out on the page. If you didn't know who Alex Caruso was, and I just showed you his stat line, you'd be like, dude, that guy's a bum. Why is he even in the league? Why that guy's playing 30 minutes a night and that's his stat line? But if you actually know who he is and you actually watch him play, you know how important, impactful, and game-changing that guy is because of the intangible, the defense, the versatility, making winning plays. Go watch that Denver Game 7 series. That game was over the moment Alex Caruso got put in the game. Alex Caruso had I think it was 3 turnovers in a 5-minute, or created 3 turnovers in a 3-minute span or something like that. Had 2 offensive rebounds. Completely just changed that game. That game was, Alex Caruso got in the game and it was wow, this game got carried away quick. Those are the kind of guys you need. And Marcus Smart is one of those guys. His shot selection, a little shot chucky. Right? He's not a perfect player, don't get me wrong. But he's a guy that impacts winning. That's going to give you a lot of the things that you lost in Dorian Finney Smith. Jake LaRavia, I think, is going to be fantastic. I'm very high on Jake LaRavia. DeAndre Ayton, again, I am very high on DeAndre Ayton. I think he's going to have potentially the best season of his career. But Marcus Smart, if you want to look at who's our Dorian Finney Smith replacement, who's going to give you what Dorian Finney Smith brought this team, it's Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is our Dorian Finney Smith replacement. And it's to me, I don't even think it's a question at that point. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.